Okay. So in introduction, we studied this. Am I right? Then we started with some fluid properties. Okay. In that, we studied the, say, temperature, density, specific gravity. There are other properties as well, but I just introduce those properties which are important to us for this course. Specific gravity, then pressure, okay, and we studied pressure in detail. So when we discussed about the pressure, we discussed about the pressure measurement. Okay, what devices we studied regarding the pressure measurements? Yes, can anyone tell?
Pressure gauges and vacuum gauges.
Yes, pressure gauges and vacuum gauges. What are the different gauges, or how to measure the pressure? We use the, say for example, atmospheric pressure. How to measure the atmospheric pressure? Which instrument you will use? Yes, for atmospheric pressure. Nobody knows.
What's the question again, doctor?
The question is, what device or which instrument will you use to measure the atmospheric pressure?
The barometer? Barometer, I think.
We use barometer.
Barometer, yeah, بنركز, yeah.
We I we studied that just in the last class, right? So you have a liquid and just insert a inverted tube in it. So what will happen? Because of this atmospheric pressure, there will be a rise in the this fluid. Okay, because of this liquid will go to attain a certain height in this. Okay, so this height multiplied by the its density will give you the, so actually dp by dh, or this height, is equal to rho g, that is the weight density, or you can say p equals to rho g h. Okay, so using this, we said that whatever is the pressure here is the atmospheric pressure, right? Because we are not using any pipe etc for the flow. It's whatever pressure acting on it. Say for example, just you take a cup of tea and put in the on the table. So what will be the pressure on the surface of the tea? It will be atmospheric pressure. Now you are sitting in your room. What is the pressure acting on your body? Is the atmospheric
Atmospheric.
pressure. Inside your body is the different pressure, that is the blood pressure, that is different thing. Okay, but from the outside it is atmospheric pressure. Now sometimes if you go to the different hill areas or some high altitudes, what happens? Do you feel like that it is very difficult to breathe, right? Why?
Yes.
Because there the atmospheric pressure is less.
L-
Okay, so the difference between the blood pressure and body pressure changes, so that requires more oxygen. Okay, so it like if you feel like then you need more. Anyway, so this is what we studied till now. Also we studied the piezometer and manometer, right? And in that we say that, say for example, if it is a there is a pipe, is that clear? I hope most of you were present in the last class. We said that if there is a rise in the, this is the fluid in pipe, right? This is fluid in pipe. What is this fluid called as? Manometric fluid. That means the fluid which is inside the manometer. So based on the height of this fluid, we can get the pressure of this pipe. So P is equal to, that is the absolute pressure is equal to P atmospheric plus P gauge. What is P gauge? Rho G H. Because whatever is this pressure this side is equal to the pressure acting on this side. What is the pressure acting on this side? We have the P. What is the pressure on this side? We have the atmospheric pressure plus this fluid pressure. Okay. So in this case, what is the gauge pressure? This is the gauge pressure. Gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure is, do you remember? Absolute pressure. Okay. What do you mean? What is the meaning if this column is high? If the rise is more, then what does that mean?
The pressure of the gauge is more than the pressure of the atmosphere.
Yeah, I mean, no need to compare with the atmosphere, but you can say that the pressure in the, or the gauge pressure of this is very high. Okay. If this fluid level is or the fluids are at level, then what does that mean?
Equal.
Equal.
Yes, the pressure inside is equal to the atmospheric pressure simply. Okay. When it will go on the this side, we discuss this.
When we have vacuum in the pipe.
Yes, we have, when we have vacuum in the pipe, what will happen? The fluid will go in this direction. The H will be this side. Okay, that means it is P atmospheric this side and minus gauge pressure. So we'll get the absolute volume, that is in the vacuum less than atmosphere. So this we have studied in the, so these two topics we have studied till now. Okay, so if you go to this syllabus or the course content I shared in the group, you go and check the points. Okay, so we have the first point as the introduction, then second point is pressure and static forces, okay, or hydrostatic forces. So first point is like introduction we completed. Okay, then we have the pressure, so we completed the pressure. Now we are going for the hydrostatic pressures. Then after that, we have the mass conservation. Okay. So now today we'll again start the hydrostatic pressure. I already started in the last class, but many of you were not attentive. So I will again start today the hydrostatic forces or pressure. Okay. So everybody it is clear that if the height of the fluid is increasing, the pressure is increasing. Hydrostatic force. Hydrostatic. Static means when the fluid is at rest. Static means anything which is at rest, like sakin. Okay. Hydrostatic means hydro is usually the term used for the water, right? Hydro, like hydraulic machines, okay, hydrometers, etc. So hydro is water. So static water. So whenever we have anything on the water or inside the water, then we have some forces acting on it. Like everything on earth is acting by the forces, static forces, as well as some are in the static plus dynamic forces. Because we are immersed in the air, right? But the air density is low, so and our bodies are habitual, we don't feel that pressure or we don't feel that forces acting on us. Okay. But if you go to swim, okay, and if you go deeper, what will happen? You will feel the pressure of
Water.
water. So whenever we have this pressure, okay, whenever we have the pressure acting on a area, we have forces, right?
Yes.
So what is the condition? First condition that, so simply hydrostatic, so mostly it will be water, related to the water, or you can consider it to any other liquid, okay, or any other fluid. But for gases it will be very low because the density is low. So pressure is equal to what? Rho g h. Okay. So what will be the force? Pressure into area, right? So what will be force? Rho g h into a. So this is called as the hydrostatic force. Okay, because it depends on density of fluid, gravity, depth of that body. Depth of that body means how far below it is inside the, okay. Say for example, there is a rectangular plate which is immersed in the water. So we need to take this as the height, okay, or depth of plate inside the liquid or water. Is that clear? What is the area? Area is say B, and if this is the height, then B into H will be the height. So this is the hydrostatic force. Is this clear?
Yes.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yes.
What is this in the middle of the square represent exactly?
Where is the?
The dot in the middle of the square represent.
This
Yes.
one?
Yes.
Okay, I'm coming to that. Okay.
Professor, do we use the surface area of the object do we
Yes.
have or what?
Yes, because now we are going to only first because it's you're just 300 course. Okay, you are not that mature. So we will only focus on planes. Okay, two-dimensional planes, not three-dimensional bodies. Okay, so when we have plane, okay, then we need to consider only the surface area. Okay, this has no other dimension. It's not in the other direction. It's just a plane, considering that thickness is negligible. Okay, say a circular plate is there which is immersed in the water. So how much will be the forces on this surface? Just surface. Okay, in
Yes, and the
reality,
surface is
there will be in the depth, etc. But we are going to study three cases. What are the three cases? If this plane is horizontal, see this plane, this plate can be like this, right? Okay, I'm just giving you. Okay, so this plate is horizontal, so it looks like line, right? Actually it is like this, horizontal. Okay, horizontal, vertical, or incline. Incline means it may be like this, incline, with respect to the surface. So with respect to surface, this is vertical, this is horizontal, this is incline. Okay, so these three cases with simple shapes we will study. Yes, your question is, what is your question?
you just answered. Thank you.
Okay, so in that, see why we are focusing only on planes and simple objects, because like you told me in the last class, you are not aware of the moment of inertia things. Okay, so I thought that you already completed engineering mechanics, so I was going considering that you are already aware of the moment of inertia. Now you at least you know that this is the rho g h a. Okay, now we will make one changes. Instead of h we will say h bar. Okay, now what is h bar? See this, why I'm writing h bar. See, if I have rectangular, I can say that dimensions are breadth and height, right? So you may get confused between this h and this h, because this h is what? It is the distance of center of the body from the water surface, right? So you should
Yes.
not be confused between this height and this height. This is the height of the object, right? Height of the plane. Whereas this is, now this h bar is what? Distance of center of the body from the free surface or the top surface. Okay, that's why instead of h, what we are writing h bar. So this h, whatever we discussed earlier, it was the height of the or the depth of the body from the free surface. Only thing is that just to avoid the confusion with the height of the object, we differentiated with the h bar. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now center of pressure. So when a body is immersed in the water, okay, so the pressure of the liquid will act on a point slightly below the center of the plane. Okay, the center of the plane is called as CG. Center of the plane is called as center of gravity. So if it is not in the fluid, then you can say center of gravity is equal to center of pressure. But when that body is inside the fluid, because of the fluid pressure and gravity combination, the center of pressure will be slightly below the center of gravity. So center of gravity is G and center of pressure is P point. So all the pressure of the liquid will act on this point P. Okay, and what is this hydrostatic force? Rho G H bar A. Okay, center of pressure. Now what is the distance of center of pressure from the top surface? Whether it is equal to H bar? Yes.
No, it's not.
No. Is it equal to H?
No.
No. So we need to use some new term for this, right? This is H star. Okay. So what is the center of pressure? Distance from the free surface, it is H star. And this, so I'm writing H bar. What is H bar? Distance of G from free surface. Okay. What is H star? Distance of
P.
P from free surface. This triangle is usually used to show that it is the top surface, and below that we have the liquid. Is that clear? Is this clear? Okay.
Yes, clear.
Which one will be more?
H
H
star.
star, H star. Okay. Can anyone take the screenshot and share in the group? Of course, we are taking the video. Okay. Now what is H is, how to get the H star. So for that, okay, let's discuss with the H bar first. Okay, now H bar is equal to, so you need to first check how much the top surface is, how much below the free surface. Okay, then to get a G, okay, remember what is G? G is center of gravity, right? So for that, in the last class I made one table. If this is B and if it's H, okay, what will be the Y? Y means this distance, or you take this distance. How much it is?
Half.
Half of H, right? H by 2. If it is circular, it will be equal to what?
Radius.
If this is diameter, then equal to D by 2. Remember, this is not H bar. This is just center, right? G. If it is rectangle, triangle, sorry, then yes, from the top it will be 2H divided by 3. See, it will be not at half for triangles. It will be 2/3 position from the top, or you can say 1/3 from the bottom. Is this clear? What is
Yes.
this? This is the just location of G. Someone asked, where is this location, right? Okay, and this is the, say, Y position. What will be the X position? X position will be
Half.
Half of B.
B by 2, right? We don't
Yes.
need actually in this problems, but I'm just making it clear to you. Yes, here, if it is this center, then it is B by 2, right? Okay.
Yes.
Now, in this case, H bar, whether H bar is equal to, in this case, H bar is equal to H by 2 only.
No.
H by 2 is
Plus.
how much? H by 2 is this much, is H by 2, right? From the top, right? G position, right? H
Yes.
by 2. So what is H bar equals to? H by 2 only, or is there anything else?
Yeah, there are the distance from the surface.
Yes, distance from the surface to the top surface. Say it is X. So it will be plus X. Okay. X is the distance from the free surface to the top surface of the body or plane. Then H by 2, or you can say Y. Okay. Okay, we'll just differentiate it capital X, so that you should not get confused with that X. Okay. When we will solve this problem, you will understand this. Okay, if for example, if I have a surface like this and a plane is like this, now what will be h bar equal to in this case, second case, this case?
h/2 only.
h/2.
H over 2 plus
0.
0, because it is directly on the surface, right? The top surface is directly at the level of the surface. So as you go down, this h by 2 is not changing because it is depend on the shape, right, of the plane. But this x will change if it is going down. So I hope you have understood about the h bar. Is there any different misunderstanding related to the h bar or any confusion? H bar is equal to h by 2 plus x. If it is say circular in shape and this distance is 1.5 meters and the radius is 4 meter, sorry, diameter is 4 meter. Yes, what will be h bar?
3.5.
Yes, how you calculated? You calculated d by 2, that is 4 divided by 2 plus x. X is the 1.5 here, right? So it is 3.5 meters. If the same circular plate is at the surface of the water, then what will be the h bar?
2 only.
Meter, right? Because 4 divided by 2. Okay, so no problem with the h bar, I hope. Okay, now let's go for the h star. So to understand h bar, sorry, h star, h star is equal to Ig divided by a h bar plus h bar. Okay, so in this equation, you know already what is h bar, and you can also know the area, right? Area of these shapes. Can you get the area? What is the area for this? B into h, right?
Yes.
What is the area? Pi by 4 d square or pi r square, whatever you take. If the diameter is given, pi by 4 d square. What is the area for triangle? 1 by 2 b into h. So now you know the area. Now this Ig is, I means the moment of inertia. We can calculate the moment of inertia based on B or G. Okay. Now I'm not going in the details of what is moment of inertia because you will have a complete one chapter in the engineering mechanics related to the moment of inertia. Moment of inertia is basically related to the forces acting on it. Okay. For example, if body has different shape than this. Okay. For this, it is very simple. Then where exactly? So the point center of gravity is a point where all the mass or all the shape is considered to concentrate. If you just put a finger on it, you can easily hold the complete body, whatever is the weight. You can balance it using that point. If you just hang by that point, it will be stable. If you take any other point, it will be unstable. It will can go in other any point. Okay. So I'm not going in details of moment of inertia. I'm saying intentionally because you have a complete chapter based on this. Okay. As of now, you just remember the moment of inertia based on the G for these three shapes. Okay. So IG is BH cube divided by 12 pi by 64 t raised to 4. See, the unit is meter to the power 4. Okay. And this is BH cube divided by 36. This is also called as the second moment of area. Moment of inertia is also called as second. Okay. Now, please remember this table. Okay. What I have given in this table, I gave the X values, Y values, area, and IG. In this, these blue Y, A, and IG are important. Okay. Now, what is H star? IG divided by A
The
bar plus H
the
bar.
distance between
And this, yes, distance between,
the center of pressure to the surface.
yes. Okay, the distance between the or distance of the center of pressure from the free surface. Okay, and it depends on moment of inertia, that is the shape of the body, area, and H bar, where H bar is the distance of center of gravity from the free surface. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, let me share something. Okay, I'm sending the question, 3 questions in the group. It is a screenshot from the group. So we are going to solve these 2 questions based on 3 different cases. Have you received it? So if I share on the screen, the font size is very low, right? Very small. Have you received that question? Are you following the question?
Yeah, in the group.
Yes, in the group. Okay, can you read the question? So can I erase what I wrote in on the board, the table?
I don't understand.
Have you written the things I wrote in the on the board for the making the table for Y, X, A, and IG for 3 different cases? Can I erase this? Whatever I wrote on the board, can I erase this?
No, doctor. Just wait.
Okay, please complete.
You can erase it now. I took a screenshot.
Okay. Now please read the question 3.1. What is given in that? Yes. Everybody following question number 3.1, problem 3.1. We can see in the WhatsApp group I have shared there. So we have the free surface and a rectangular plate is immersed in the water. Can you tell me the dimensions?
It's 2 meter wide and 3 meter deep.
3 meter deep and 2 meter wide. So this is question 3.1 of the book, and we are solving the case A, in which this same plate is at surface. In the another case, it is at a distance from the free surface. Now, what else is given? Whether the specific gravity of the fluid is given or water. Anything mentioned regarding the water? Please read it. Are you reading the question?
I don't think there's anything.
Okay, so it's water. Okay. Now, what we need to get first, H bar, right? What is H bar here? H bar equals to Y here directly, right? And it is equal to
1.5.
yes, 3 by 2, that is 1.5 meters or centimeters? Meter, because it is given 3 meter. Okay. Now, let's calculate the hydrostatic force. We have to calculate hydrostatic force and center of pressure. So we already got the G point, we need to get the P point as well. So this much is H bar, right? Whereas what is this height or what is this distance? It is H star. So F equals to rho G H bar into A. Am I right?
Yes.
Rho for water is 1000 into 9.81 into H bar is 1.5. Now what is the area here? B into
3
H.
times 2.
3 into 2. So how much is the force?
88290.
88290
Newton.
Newton. Okay, or 88 kilonewton force is acting on it. Now to get H star, what we need? We need IG. What is the shape here? rectangle, right? For rectangle, what is the IG formula?
BH cube over 12.
BH cube over 2 into 3 power 3 divided by 12
Equals 4.5.
equals to 4.5 meter power 4. The unit is, see, this is meter cube, right? So meter power 4 is the unit. Now what is H star equals to H bar plus IG divided by A H bar. What is H bar here? 1.5 plus IG is 4.5 divided by area is 3 into 2 area, and H bar is 1.5
Equals 2.
because this is coming 0.5. 1.5 plus 0.5 is 2 meters. What is this? This is center of pressure. What is this? F, hydrostatic force, right? Yes, any question?
If the liquid were not شو اسمه water,
Water.
will they give us the rho?
They will give specific gravity. So you know rho is equal to S into density of water. Specific gravity into density of water, right?
Yes.
So you can. Okay, please, can I go to the next case? You can take the screenshot. Now, what is the next case? Can I erase this now? What is the next case? The same problem. The same plate is, how much is the distance from the free surface?
2.5 meters.
So the same rectangle plane 2, 3 is at a distance of 2.5 meter
Yes.
from the free surface. So what is H bar here? H bar will be equal to Y plus capital X. This is,
1.5.
yes, or 2. So how much it is? What is Y? Y is this distance. Y plus X. So 3 by 2 is 1.5.
Which is 4.
Okay. So what will be the hydrostatic force? So H bar is coming 4 meter 1000 into 9.81 into 4 into 3 into 2. Area is same, only h bar has changed. Earlier it was 1.5, now it is 4. So the force will be
235,440.
440.
Yes, 440.
So see this force, earlier it was 88 point something kilonewton. Now it is 235 kilonewton. Very high compared to the, because it is now at the, or you can say it is deeper now. Okay, much below the free surface. Okay, now H star for this, what is changing? H bar only changing, other values are same, right? H bar is 4. Ig, whether Ig will change? No, because it is dependent on shape. 2, 3. So we already calculated Ig. Ig is equal to what? BH cube divided by 12. Okay, so 2 into 3 cube divided by 12, and it was 4.5 meter raised to 4. So h bar plus Ig is 4.5 divided by area into it. Okay, so it will be now
4.2.
4.2 meters. Is this understood?
Yes.
Okay, there is another question which has similar to this, and but only the shape is circular shape. Can you solve yourself? It is already
Yes.
solved. You need to just go through that. Okay, so we'll stop here today. In the next class, we will go for the inclined planes. If the planes are here, it is vertical, right? If it is at a certain angle, some inclination, then how to calculate the hydrostatic force. Okay, is this hydrostatic forces are important or not?
Of course, important.
Yes. Okay. Okay, so we'll stop here. Please solve yourself that question related to the circular plate. In the next class, we will study about the inclined planes. Okay. And share the solution in the group so that I can consider it as the attendance for the today's class. So before coming to the next class, please share the solution of the circular plate problem.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, see you on Sunday, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.